The 2010 Big East College Football Preview. We all know last year the Cincinnati Bearcats made a magical run. They have a new coach this year, and guess we're just going to go ahead and knock out the preview for the Big East Conference. Nick Taylor, what's going on?
Nothing much, man. Just another busy day in the sports time. Been working the sports hours. How's it going up there, man?
Not too bad. Let's hit the ground running, just like West Virginia's been doing. The Mountaineers returned most of an offensive line that led the Big East in rushing yards last year, and that was actually their sixth time in the last 7 years. So Rich Rod had 3 straight 11-win seasons. Bill Stewart's got 2 9-win seasons. So it's an offensive line that produced a 1,000-yard rusher for the 14th time in the last 15 seasons for the Mountaineers. Actually, last year it produced a 2,000-yard passer, first time since 1998. So we'll see how Geno Smith can come back in his sophomore season. What you got on West Virginia, Nick?
West Virginia is going to be a good ball club. Obviously, the game with LSU is going to be a barometer of what kind of season they're going to have. But ultimately, at the end of the day, the Big East Conference will be decided on November 27th when we have the backyard brawl in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I like to pick Pitt Panthers to win the conference, actually, mainly because it's a home game for Pitt, and also because I believe that Wannstedt is a better coach than Bill Stewart. But talent-wise, West Virginia is as good as anybody in the country, and it's probably going to be a 9-3 or 10-2 football team. Looking at the schedules, I probably should have rated them higher in my top 25. They have a lot of talent. I think Noel Devine is back. We all know about that offense and how it clicked.
Well, speaking of Pittsburgh, man, we all know Tino Sunseri, the quarterback, sophomore at Pittsburgh. What's up on Sunseri?
I tell you what, it's quite an interesting saga, if you will. I don't really have the latest scoop, but it'll definitely be something that I'll be.
Well, we all
until kickoff.
Well, we all know who his father is and uncle is, right?
Yeah, we do. We do. He's very good. Happens to be a very good coordinator on a national championship Alabama squad. So
everything always goes full circle to that Alabama squad, you know.
It seems to. It really does. I mean, I know a lot of people are negative about it, and they don't like the ESPN specials and all that sort of thing. But hey, when you're the best, you're the best. But getting back to the Big East, I like Pittsburgh to beat West Virginia and win the Big East Conference. I know you're high on the Mountaineers, and I think we both.
Well, it's going to come down to November 26th. Right at Heinz Field, West Virginia, going into Pittsburgh. It's going to come down. It's going to be cold. We all know it's going to be cold that time of year for that Saturday, but it's going to come down to the rushing game. Mark it down. It's going to be Dion Lewis versus Noel Devine. Whoever has the better game will come out with the W. And it's probably going to come down for the Big East Championship game on the field right there, November 26th at Heinz Field.
Definitely. You got to look at turnover margin in a big game like that also. Like say, for example, if you have a couple of fumbles in cold weather, that could play a major role. We'll definitely be circling that one. That's your Big East Championship game right there.
Well, since there's provisions in the Big East bowl alignment or allotment, however you want to define that, let's talk a little Notre Dame football 2010 edition. Charlie Weiss is out. He's with the Kansas City Chiefs now. Now the focus has shifted to Coach Kelly, who we talked about that magical run at Cincinnati last season. His attitude and his motto is a perfect fit for Notre Dame. He's great with the X's and O's, but we also saw a Charlie Weiss that was good with the X's and O's. Replacing the quarterback in Jimmy Clausen, how do you see it shaping out for Notre Dame? Does Kelly get about 8-9 win season this season?
I think obviously Notre.
So I really do think Notre Dame should get about 8 to 9 wins this season. So we'll see how that plays out. But Nick Taylor went with the Pittsburgh Panthers. Dave Wannstedt to win the Big East. I'm actually going to go with West Virginia, like I stated. So it should be fun. Watch out, November 26th. Big game in Pittsburgh. Check out thesportsatlas.com for the latest lines in the Big East this season.